Would you believe me if I told you that in this tiny... What are you doing, Vern?
There's just something so alluring about you, Dini.
Dale, what are you doing? Guys.
Jeez, you smell great.
I'm telling you, it's the stuff. It's the stuff. Go back, go back. This... I don't know, maybe I put too much on, maybe not enough. In this little bottle is a love potion of sorts. This is 2 little bottles of it. This bottle contains pheromones, Athena pheromones, and coupled with your favorite perfume is guaranteed to drive members of the opposite sex wild. Please welcome the woman who has made all of this happen, Dr. Winifred Cutler of the Athena Institute. Winifred. Oh, again, nice to you. Now, this is a woman who is not given to developing things like love potions, but a woman who holds a PhD and studies things such as fibrous tumors in women and writes books on life cycles, which is a very serious treatise of how we live in cycles. So what are you doing with a love potion, Winifred?
Well, the Athena pheromone came out of 20 years of research, and what had happened was about 20 years ago when I began to do studies of women's biology and women's behavior, we made discoveries that inevitably led to this little product. Pheromones are substances, to give you a definition, that an animal, say a dog, let's forget human for a minute, a female dog, when she's in heat, she emits into the atmosphere something that we would not smell, but something that lures the males from miles around to come after her. Sex attractants.
Right. And in the female, in the woman, is not a pheromone. Does it not come from human perspiration? Sweat.
Not bad. Originally, the studies that we did that launched the discovery that human sex pheromones actually exist in 1986 were collected from the underarm sweat that was combined with other substances that were subjected to analysis, frozen, put in a deep freeze, taken out a year later, applied to the upper lip of women who received it versus a placebo. And in that original study, we were using the natural extracts from humans. This is no longer done that way.
Oh, is this a chemical, or you've broken down, I don't know what you do as scientists, but you break it down and create a, what is the word I want? Synthetic.
This is a synthesis of of our secret trade formula that has a patent pending that mimics what we found to be the active ingredients that originally came from here.
Now, what happens, if my memory is correct, and maybe this came out of the last interview I did with you, where when people are involved in a passionate process and they perspire, that the pheromones are given off and there's like a bonding?
Well, something like that.
Bonding through sweat. Something like that.
We had found, not quite, but we had found that a woman who's in a regular monogamous stable.
This is right. This interview's all coming back to me. That's right. That's
you and I talked about this right here.
That's right. That's why women who work together, their menstrual cycles sometimes go in the same rhythm because
pheromones.
Pheromones. That's what it is. And men and women have this attraction. And when you sleep with a man, a woman who sleeps next to a man, it's the pheromones, and that's very healthy for you.
Well,
is this what from our last interview?
Yes.
Boy, I have a great memory.
It's 2 interviews ago.
2 interviews.
2 books back.
2 books. How many years ago was that?
Probably 1991.
Gosh.
3 years ago.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, good selective memory here, you know? I think it's your voice that triggered me, or it's this pheromone. Or, you know what happened with me?
Do you know what he said? Did you hear what this gentleman
what Vern said?
He said he felt something. He wasn't putting you on. He said when he got around a woman that had it on, he felt.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You could actually, because I've been wearing this for a week. I noticed you've been really... I noticed you've been nice to me this week. I also noticed that my dog, Charlie, has been, no, I'm serious. Charlie's been sleeping all over me.
Well,
I wake up and there's old Charlie. Snuggle up. Charlie, will you leave me alone?
I haven't done any studies like that. I have to be straight about this. What I have found the women are telling us, and right now we've sent out 5,600 surveys to our first 5,600 purchasers, and that data is coming back in. But if I go back from before that, we found that about 75% of the women who used it in our test study reported positive effects, and those were things like it increased the romance in a long-term monogamous relationship.